All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from GunnerVlogs coming to you again with a brand new video. This time, it's to welcome our brand new manager. Blimey, who ever thought they'd live long enough to be able to say those words? Unai Emery, welcome to Arsenal. And for the very first time in a long time, I actually watched a full press conference by an Arsenal manager. I can't tell you how long it's been since I've actually done that. But to discuss probably this week's proceedings, really, had to bring my boy on, Lee, Mr. Former Gunner Bang, and we're going to tell you why in a second. But say hello to the people.
Buenas noches, Senor Chris. Bro, my Spanish is fucking.
What's going on?
My Spanish is mad. I'm bang on the Spanish hype now, mate. Fucking, it's all about the Spaniards. Bring them on. Buzzing, mate. Buzzing.
Oh man! Speaking of which, because I know we won't have time later, so let me get into it now. There was something else that happened this week that's just been overshadowed by all this Emery stuff. And let's speak about our Spanish magician, Santi Cazorla, that actually has left Arsenal Football Club over the past few days, really. I think it was Monday he left. What are your thoughts about that?
I'll be honest with you. I'm a little bit gutted. I'm a little bit gutted. I thought he was probably our best player. I know that injuries have crippled him, and you know, it's tragic what's happened to him, really. But when he did play and he was on the pitch, he's easily our best player, man. He's the most technically gifted footballer we've got at this football club. So yeah, I'm a little bit gutted, but at the same time, we're not a charity.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And as much as I love him to bits, and he's always been respectful to the club and to the fans and stuff like that, you know, we're not a charity, man. We're a business. Then let's be real. Arsenal Football Club is a business, and it pains me to say that, but they are a business. And if he's
we both said the same thing last year, actually. I think both of us came out to a lot of criticism as well, and just said, I love Santi. Don't let me wrong. But, you know, let's just be real here. Is he going to play again for Arsenal? And as it turned out, he never did.
I think I actually tweeted it out saying he won't ever play again. So
yeah,
I'm always right, and I'm always right.
All right.
My head might not fit in the screen in a minute. Do you know what I mean? But no, I am gutted that he's gone, and good luck to him. Yeah, but at the same time, it frees up what, 80 grand a week.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously with Mertesacker going, that's another 70 grand off the bill. So there's 155 grand, because there's no way he's getting paid 75 grand a week to be a coach. Well, I fucking hope he ain't anyway.
You would hope not, yeah.
So yeah, it frees up a bit of money. Now all we got to do is sell Mr. Missing, and that frees up 350 grand more. I'm joking. Before the haters start coming for me, man, I'm joking, all right? I'm joking. Sell Bellerin instead. Wait, do you know what? I was thinking this the other day, yeah? If we sold Ozil and Bellerin, that'd free up over 400 grand a week.
Yeah.
Think of the 2 players or 3 players we could buy that would probably do more.
And the fee those two would command as well.
Well, exactly. Yeah. Now they're on new deals, or Ozil's on a new deal. We could probably get, what, 50, 60, 70?
Yeah, and I think Hector's still got 3 years left of his current deal. So.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited, though, man. It's like, I actually watched that whole press conference. I'll be honest, I normally watch him anyway, because obviously doing the videos, the previews and stuff, then I do have to sit there and make my ears bleed listening to him. But he's gone now, so I ain't even going to mention his name anymore, mate. I'm just like, it's done. It's over.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you respond to that tweet that you got about asking if you missed Arsene Wenger yet?
I think I can't remember. My notifications have been lit today. Yeah, like fucking unbelievable. Like, no, I'm buzzing, mate. I'm buzzing, and like listening to him speak, I thought he couldn't speak English. Like, he's sitting there, and he's in a foreign country. Yeah. He's going out worldwide to millions of people that are going to watch that. Yeah, and so have the balls to sit there and do that. Yeah, in like broken English, or try and do it in some sort of English sounding language. Yeah. Fucking mate, fair play to him, man. That must have been hard for him. Do you know what I mean? So Mate, I'm fully in love with this geezer already, man. I swear. I'm like, I'm so
I
fucking
mean,
excited.
let's just get to it. I mean, the news came pretty much. I think it was really weird how the news kind of took place because I think everybody had accepted. I even watched the Gunner talk. Shout out to Tom if he's watching. And everybody, you know, he had Kenny on. He had Ola on. Shout out to Ola as well if he's watching. Shout out to Kenny Keller if he's watching. And you know, everyone had kind of just begrudgingly got used to this idea that Mikel Arteta was going to take over the club. It was the most unenthusiastic show that you could watch. Like, everyone's just like, yeah. And then maybe in the space of 24 hours, we started hearing stories that Arsenal were talking to Emery. And I think, I don't know about anyone else, my attitude was, well, we're not Arsenal going to do a U-turn like this, you know. Clearly, they've got their heart set on Arteta.
Do you know what, right? Look, I just want to say something here, yeah?
Go on.
Right, because I've had a lot of people saying, oh, well, we've only got 50 million to spend. I've seen a lot of people tweeting, saying, oh, yeah, but he's the only one who would take working under all of these people and blah, 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 and the small budget, right? Let me tell you something, yeah? There was no way in a million years Mikel Arteta was getting this job. Yeah, it weren't happening. Yeah, and the reason that is, I heard even Gazidis say today that 8 people were interviewed for this job.
Yeah.
Right? 8 people. Now, I'd imagine that maybe Mikel Arteta was one of them 8 people.
Yeah.
But let's be real here, yeah? Right? We're a massive football club. We're 6th in the table. We're in the Europa League, right? Why the fuck would we give it to a novice that was a bang average footballer that should never have been signed for us in the first place? Right? It's true. Let's be real. If we're going down that road of giving it to a former captain who played in midfield, well, fucking Cesc Fabregas should have been interviewed. At least he was a better player. Do you know what I mean? But I just think that some of the stories that have come out, it just and Gazidis fucking killed everyone today. He killed every single ITK. He killed every single journalist. He ruined Ornstein twice in that fucking press conference. No, I never said that, David.
Yeah, he really went. David was really trying to push his buttons, and Ivan weren't having it. I'll give
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, fucking mate. It's because they all chat shit, right? And what he said was, those who knew don't speak, and those that don't know speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's right, because nobody had a fucking clue that they were in America yesterday. Yeah. Nobody had a clue that he was interviewed for this job weeks ago. Yeah. Nobody had a clue that there was 8 people linked to this job. So it just shows that journalism is a load of bollocks and it's all guesswork. And all the people that want to sit there and make out they know something, again, it's all guesswork. So let's just like be happy that we've got the... You know, we've got a guy, and this fucks me off as well, right? I know I'm going on a bit of a rant here. Yeah?
No, crack on, bro. Right? It's been a while, hasn't it?
It has. But this pisses me off, right? I've seen so many people dismissing him, Emery, yeah, because he managed PSG in the French league.
Exactly.
Yeah. He lost to a bunch of kids at Monaco, and we lost to fucking Leicester City.
Exactly.
Yeah. We lost the league title to fucking crisp money. Yeah? Vegetable oil money. Do you know what I mean? Yeah? And like, then people are going, oh yeah, but he flopped in the Champions League. Well, sorry, so did we for the last fuck knows how many years.
Oh,
right?
Preach. Fucking hell.
This guy is the fucking expert of winning the Europa League. Unfortunately, that's our fucking level right now.
Exactly.
So we have picked the best manager for that fucking competition.
For that job. Exactly. No one's talking about him being there for like 20 years or whatever. But to be perfectly honest, for a 3-4 year project, fuck it, crack on, bruv. I hope you do well.
We'll never see anyone manage a football team for 20 years again, 20 odd years. It ain't never happening, mate. Football's changed. Exactly. That ain't how it is anymore. It's going to be a turnover of managers constantly, like there is a turnover of players. Yeah, and that's just how football is, mate. But the way I see it is, you know, we've all got to back the guy. Mate, I'm going to be so ultra positive. People are going to think I've had a fucking personality change or something. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, they're going to be like, "Nah, this has got to be his twin brother or something, man." Like, fucking, who morphed Lee with Ty?
You know what? It's funny. It's funny actually. Shout out to Colin if he's watching as well. Colin said the exact same thing. Colin was like, "You know what? You watch. I'm going to be so positive. I'm gonna give
I
him
can't
so much
believe
time.
that for 1 minute, man. I can't believe
I was literally sat there saying, bullshit. I'll give you 6 months, brother, before you start bitching about something.
Do you know what, right? I'm looking at it and I'm just saying, like, he gets a free pass. He gets a free pass because the mess at this football club, it ain't going to be done overnight. Yeah. There's a lot of players at this club that are on a fucking stupid amount of money, right?
Yeah.
Name me one player recently that has come out and slagged Arsene Wenger off that's actually left the club and then slagged him off. None of them do, because they're all paid fucking stupid amounts of money to play for this club, yeah? So none of them slag him off. The older ones that used to win everything, yeah, they'll slag him off all day long. Yeah, like the Petits and the fucking the Mersons and whatever, yeah? Like fucking whoever, yeah? Former players like fucking Charlie Nicholas and Stuart Robson, ones that ain't played for us and that, yeah? They'll slag him off because they owe Wenger nothing. But the ones that don't slag him off are the ones that got paid a fuckload of money to play for us. Yeah, and that's the problem that's been at our club, is the fact that way too many bang average footballers have been paid way too much money and been given stupid contract. Abu Dhabi, he's a prime example.
Yeah.
You know, good footballer, but he played once a year. So what's the fucking point? Why did we give him a new deal? Yeah, here's another £3.5 million to never play. Per Mertesacker, why did we give him a new deal? What, so you can sit and cheerlead on the fucking sidelines? No thanks. Yeah, and what I'm hoping is, and I think this is going to happen, right, is we're going to go through this summer transfer window, and we're going to get rid of a few players. I think quite a few players. I think there'll be a few shocks in there as well. Yeah, and I think we are going to go and spend, and it's going to be more than 50 million quid. Let's be real. Yeah, we spent more than that on each of our last 2 strikers. So whoever made this 50 million story up is a fucking idiot. So
do you know what? And Cliff, I'm gonna get to your question in a minute. I've seen what your question about the £50 million budget, and I'll do all those questions towards the end of the show. But what I will say is this: to me, I think the criticism of Unai Emery has been ridiculous. I mean, especially when you're having lots of people that are coming out all of a sudden. This is how you know Arsenal fan base is ridiculous. It's ridiculous because no one was happy last weekend. Now, I've criticised Ivan a lot, and I was criticising Ivan about Arteta being our manager. But fair play to the guy. He, for whatever reason is behind it, he made a decision of, maybe we should look elsewhere. He's interviewed Emery, and he thought to himself, you know what? I'm gonna hire Emery. To me, that's acting like a chief executive, recognizing that you may have made an error in judgment and moving forward to correct that error. And now you're seeing papers coming out with, oh, well, you know, Arsenal, they had a chance to be innovative and brave and all this shit. And I'm sat there thinking to myself, what the fuck? You have been the same idiots that have been criticizing Ivan if he went ahead and actually hired Arteta.
exactly.
So at this point in time, can this motherfucker just not win either way? If he hires Arteta, he's blind, he's short-sighted. How can he give the job to a novice? If he doesn't give the job to Arteta, oh, he's not being innovative, he's not being brave. What exactly are we supposed to do?
Right, let's be real here, Chris. Right? Let's just like nip this one in the bud, yeah. Like I said, right, Mikel Arteta was a nothing footballer that was shit and shouldn't have played for Arsenal. Yes, he looked good at Everton, but at the time, Everton weren't all that, right? So we sign him. He was then our captain in the banter era, right? So why the fuck would he get the job? What? Because he sat next to Pep Guardiola for 2 years? Well, sorry, me, you, or a fucking chimpanzee, yeah, could sit next to Pep and they still would have pissed the fucking league. Right? All the guy does is take a few training sessions, watch video fucking analysis of fucking the teams they're playing, and fucking, as Claude says, puts the fucking cones out. Right? So let's be real. He may go on to be a good manager.
Good manager.
But right now, Arsenal don't need to take a risk on somebody who may be good or may not be good. We're getting a manager in that we know is fucking decent. And he's been decent with Almeria. Got them promoted, got them up to fucking 8th in the league or whatever. He then fucking done well with Valencia. Yeah, finished 3rd in that league 3 years in a row, or 3 years out of 4 or whatever. won the Europa League with Sevilla, 3 straight years. Not once, not twice, 3 straight years, yeah?
Consecutively, right? Well, it's not like he took a break in between. They were back to back to back.
Exactly. And that'll probably never be done again.
Exactly.
Yeah? And if it is, it would be fucking not in my lifetime. Exactly. Right? Then he's gone to PSG, right? And let's have this right here, yeah? Anyone who manages PSG is not fully in control of running that football team. Right? The owners and the directors and all the fucking money men at the top are interfering left, right, and centre in that team. He probably didn't want to buy Neymar. Yeah, they brought Neymar. Yeah, Neymar, from me looking at it from the outside in, looks a right jumped up prick. Yeah,
you're not a fan of him. You never have to.
No, I ain't a fan of him, mate. I ain't. I really ain't. Yeah, but he comes across as somebody who believes his own hype. Yeah, really arrogant, really cocky, and like, yeah, what the fuck? I'm the most expensive footballer on the planet. Well, you ain't telling me shit. Yeah, that's how he comes across, right? And the fact that he even went to PSG, shows what he's all about, right? Yeah. He left that team at Barcelona so he could be the main man, the record buy in world football. That sums up that geezer, right? So him adding Cavani to that, because I'm sure Cavani's nose was knocked firmly out of joint when Neymar joined and started demanding free kicks and penalties. Yeah. And they had he had a row with someone over a fucking
in the middle of the pitch, bro. With Cavani,
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then, he sold Matuidi. So he's not scared to sell big players. He got rid of Matuidi. Matuidi's a fucking good player. Yeah. Verratti, he's had dramas with him, right? And that's because these players are all so far up their own arse. Because what they can do is go, well, fuck you, I'm going to the owner. Yeah? What, you want to take the piss? Yeah, I'll stitch you up. Right? And anyone who gets that job, I know Tuchel's got it now, yeah? They will have the same drama, mate. Neymar is not going to respect Thomas Tuchel. Fact. Yeah? Fact. Right? The only managers that will be able to deal with Neymar are Pep Guardiola and Jose Mourinho. And Jose just fucking go, yeah, you're benched. Yeah? You want to fucking... I don't care if I spent $1 billion on you, yeah? You're benched. Yeah, and he'll put some fucking other player in his position, right? Yeah. So for people to say that, oh yeah, well, he weren't all that, and then, this and that, mate, they won the treble this season. Let's not forget that. Yeah, he won 7 trophies for them in 2 seasons or whatever it is. Yeah, so yeah, he didn't win the big one, but sorry, they ain't going to win it next year. I'm convinced the Champions League's rigged. Yeah, Barcelona or Real Madrid every fucking year have a freak result, didn't they? Let's be real. Yeah. So I'm just looking at it going, he is, for me, he's handled big egos, well or not, who knows? Yeah. He's won trophies in Europe. He's won 3 times as many trophies in Europe than the ex-manager we've had. Yeah. Let's not forget that. Yeah. Yeah. This guy gets to fucking European finals and wins them. We never done that. So
people are talking about wanting Tuchel, right? But Tuchel's not done none of this shit. But yet those same people are now complaining that we've got Emery, and I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck do you guys actually want then? Because this guy has won stuff.
Do you know what they wanted? They wanted somebody who'd come in that's not done nothing, like an Arteta or a Tuchel, yeah, that have not won nothing. So then when it all goes tits up, they can go, you lot fucking got Wenger sacked, blah, blah, blah. That's what they want, mate. Yeah. That's why so many people wanted Arteta, because it's all about agenda and it's all about us versus them, ins and outs. All that's happened now is all the Wenger outs have flipped to fucking loving this geezer off. And a lot, not all, but a lot of the Wenger ins are like, nah, he's not going to be good enough. Yeah, because what it is their ego's got in the way, right? Yeah. And they know that this guy's going to be half decent, which is why they wanted Arteta, because it could have gone the other way. And then it could go, well, you lot got him out. We want Wenger back. Look at what you've done to the club. Yeah, and it is. I'm not dressing that up. There is a lot of people out there that are thinking that way. Yeah, I'm just sitting here going, well, if he finishes 5th and gets 2 away wins next season, we've done better, innit? True, innit? I had some geezer tweet me yesterday.
Nice and low for this geezer. Nice and low.
I had some geezer tweet me yesterday or the day before saying, I put something like, oh yeah, we had 16 away points all season or something. So if he comes in and does better, blah, 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 right? Some geezer tweeted me, quite a few actually, saying he never got a single away win in his last season at Sevilla. And fucking what? And what? We're Arsenal. We've got better players than them, man. Yeah, I just like the mindset of Arsenal fans. I swear, no other fan base in the world are like us. Yeah, right. There's so many stupid Arsenal fans, out there that just peddle any old bullshit. Yeah, just for likes and retweets and shit like that. Yeah, and you know, like I'm just looking at it, thinking, well, this is what the fourth manager I've seen in my lifetime now at Arsenal.
Yeah,
so
it would be for you. Yeah, actually,
so.
Would be for me too. Fucking hell.
Well, hang on. No, it's my fifth. Stuart Houston was manager.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've seen one more than me. Yeah.
Bruce Rioch, Houston, George Graham, Wenger, and now Emery. So this is my fifth manager. Some people have only seen one. Yeah, and now their second one's coming in. So, you know, I've seen life under Stuart Houston, and I've seen life under Bruce Rioch. And trust me, that shit weren't good. That shit was not good, right? But then I've seen life under George Graham.
Yeah.
Organised, disciplined, made you work hard. Yeah. Everyone played for the badge. Everyone fucking made it clear to the fans that they gave a fuck. Yeah. They made time for the fans. Yeah. I've heard so many stories and seen it myself where they've gone up and after the games, they'd hang out the windows and that of the changing rooms at Highbury and they'd be fucking talking to the fans and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? That don't happen now because money's killed the game. Yeah, money's killed that sort of vibe. Yeah, but what I'm hoping is that this manager comes in, and just changes the whole mentality of our players.
And to be honest, I think that's going to happen because you're seeing a lot of stories, and this is another apparently point of criticism that all he does is he makes players watch like videos and analyze their performances. And Ola, bless Ola, right? I happened to listen to one show that we did a couple of weeks ago. I think it was the show where we lost to Newcastle. And he made this point that we never seem to address the core issue. We never seem to prepare for the opponent that we're facing. We always play the same way, doing the same training routine, approaching the game. Quite frankly, I'm looking forward to a manager gripping people up, sitting them down, getting them to analyze their performance and base it on how they should be playing against these players, watching other teams and watching what they could do and strategize plans according to who they're playing. How is that a criticism? How? Why is that a criticism? Because he does it differently to Wenger. I don't understand that criticism either.
No, it's because a lot of these people, like I said, they've only known Wenger, mate. So it's like they've just lost a family member.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it is. It genuinely is. Mate, I speak to a lot of Arsenal fans, right? And like all ages, all the older lot, or the majority of the older lot that are my age or above, the majority of them are absolutely buzzing that this geezer's the manager. Yeah? A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them that have only seen Wenger, a lot of them are excited. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that are excited and they were Wenger out and whatever, or they were respectful but wanted him to go and they're buzzing for the new manager, whoever that was. But there's an awful lot of people that have only ever known Wenger, that are still tweeting out the same old shit. Like, oh, well, this is a joke. He's just a yes man. Yeah. Right. Let me tell you something, right? We've got the best scout in world football. Fact. Sven's the best scout in world football. Yeah. We've got the best sporting director in world football. He masterminded Barcelona's most successful 15-year period in their history. Yeah. Buying in players left, right, and centre. Big names. Yeah. We've got even Gazidis doing his bits off the pitch, getting us successful off the pitch with all the deals. And now that team of people, them three people, have now hired a young, up-and-coming coach that has already smashed it in Europe. Yeah, and already won league title and cups, blah, blah, blah. Why the fuck does anyone think this geezer's going to fail? Let me say this as well, yeah? This was one that always made me laugh, right, over the years, yeah? Oh, yeah, but be careful what you wish for. You don't want to end up like Man United. Yeah? Now, let me put this question out there, right? For any Wenger lover that's watching this, yeah, that thinks the same, oh, yeah, be careful what you wish for and blah, 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 you'll see, yeah? If Arsene Wenger set this club up so well for the next 20, 30, 40 years, like some people keep telling me he has, yeah, what makes anyone think the next manager will fail? Can anyone answer that?
Very true.
Yeah. Because if he set us up so well, off the pitch, on the pitch, whatever, why would the next manager fail? Yeah. Why? Yeah. Not one person has ever answered that question. Yeah. Because they can't. Because you know why? It's bullshit. It's complete bollocks. Let's be real. Yeah. And this is the problem. You got people like there's a guy on Twitter, Bradders. Shout out Bradders, man. That geezer is the funniest motherfucker.
If you guys have a chance to be on Twitter, follow Bradders. He's one of the most.
He's hilarious. He is the best Twitter account out there. He put a tweet out the other day saying, for Arsenal fans under the age of 30, this is where you now realise that Arsenal Football Club is bigger than the manager or something. I was fucking crying. This day is the day you realise that Arsenal Football Club's actually bigger than the manager. Mate, that guy has me in stitches. I fucking spit my drink out every day reading one of his tweets, mate. Yeah, but it is. It's now exciting, mate. There's a lot of people out there that were boycotting games, and that ultimately got Arsene Wenger sacked, right? So I look at it and I say, well, all these people that are giving it the Wenger love fest, that were at Burnley and Huddersfield and whatever, and Leicester as well. I decided not to bother going to any of them, and I had a ticket for all three. Yeah, I sold my ticket for all three of them because I thought, you know what, it's going to be a loving, yeah, and I don't feel right with it because I'm of a view where I couldn't give a toss that he's going, yeah, right. So I thought it'd be a bit hypocritical of me to go and be involved in that love fest, yeah. So I sold my ticket to somebody who'd appreciate it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, man, it's just like there's a lot of people that have been boycotting, and then there's the love fest towards the end when it was announced that he was going, and then all of a sudden everyone wants to turn up and be a love fest, right? So what I would ask is, where the fuck were they in his hour of need? Yeah, where were they when they were all walking out against Man City when we're 2-0 down? Yeah. Do you know, it's true though, isn't it, mate? I was at that Man City game. That was a week after, 5 days after we lost. We got bantered off in the cup final. Yeah, there was about 30,000 people in the Emirates. Right, we went 2-0 down. As soon as that second goal went in, it was a fucking fire drill. And where I stand, yeah, there's a guy in front. He was a fucking staunch Wenger in. Yeah, he fucking walked out at 2-0. He walked out at 2-0. I was like, boy, times are changing. Yeah, like it's all over. And I knew it was coming to an end that day, mate. I knew it. I just knew it was a matter of time. Because when there's biggest fucking supporters are walking away, yeah, I just knew it was the end. But now what you'll see is that a lot of people that have boycotted because they didn't want him there will now start renewing their season ticket and actually going. Yeah, that stadium's going to be rammed every week. Yeah, and I hope that everyone's fucking bang on it because listen, that stadium's not Highbury. Let's get that right. Yeah. But when that stadium wants to be electric, it can be.
It can be.
We see that against Atletico when I'm waving my little fucking tinfoil flag. Yeah.
And Atletico, it was electric from what I heard.
Mate, it was mental. Mate, that was proper loud that night. And, it was that was probably the best we'd played all season, to be honest with you. And but yeah, man, that was loud. There's been other games, Chelsea at home in the second leg. With the League Cup, that was loud, and then everyone was on it that day, and that's what it can be, and I hope it's going to be like that, and I hope that everybody, once the season starts, actually backs this geezer, whether they want him there or not. Yeah, I hope they back him because they've backed Arsene Wenger for so many years when he's failing. Yeah, let's hope that they now back this guy and give this guy a chance. Yeah, because we're Arsenal, man. We've got to move on. It's done now. Let's get over it. It's like your missus leaving you. Yeah, and I get that for some people, but it's time to move on, man. Fucking get over it. Let's get excited for the World Cup, and then let's get excited for the new season.
All right. Well, speaking of moving on, and just a quick response to Prophet. We discussed that literally right at the beginning of the show.
That's a quality name. Does he work for the Arsenal board?
But yeah, we did discuss that right at the beginning of the show, Prophet. Let's go check that out. But yeah, essentially, let's talk about the actual press conference of Unai. I have to really,
as Kenny would say, Kenny Kem, my boy, Unai, Emery.
Unai,
Emery.
I will get used to it.
Santi Cazorla.
What was the biggest takeaway from that press conference that you thought, okay, I like the sound of this.
Do you know what I'll come on to that in a minute. Yeah, let me just say this, right? When I think it was David Ornstein asked Gazidis about the rumored 50 million budget and all that. Yeah, did you hear what Gazidis said to him?
I loved it.
He goes, all of the money has always been available to the manager. Yeah, so I'm sitting there like, right, okay, so we've got 200 odd million quid in the bank, and we're gonna spend it then. That's how I'm looking at it.
That's what I heard. So we're going to be spending that money.
We're obviously not going to spend all of it because I don't think we'll go and spend the whole lot. But
I don't think so.
But this is the thing with the transfers, right? Everyone says, "Oh yeah, 50 million," or blah blah. Transfers get staggered over the contract of over the duration of the contract, right? So if we go and buy a 50 million quid player on a 4-year deal, yeah, we go and pay that club £12.5 million a year for 4 years. Yeah, we don't pay the whole 50 million quid up front. So if we go and buy a £50 million player, yeah, we're only paying out £12.5 million. So that still leaves £37.5 million. Yeah. So when people go, "Oh yeah, 50 million, it's not enough," well, it is enough. It is more than enough. Yeah. And people just need to understand football. Like, you know, a lot of people think that players get paid weekly. They don't. They get paid monthly. Yeah. And like, you know, but coming back onto the question, the biggest thing I took out of what Emery said was that he wants to make us competitive for the title and competitive in Europe and make us the bigged team in Europe.
That was what I heard.
And when he said that, mate, I fucking
straight away.
Seriously, mate, I had to get some tissue, bro, because I got a little bit moist. I must admit, my tip was a bit wet, bro. Yeah, like seriously,
get a bit of Kleenex.
Mate, seriously, I swear to God, I had a proper wet tip, mate. Yeah, like. Yeah, I was a little bit excited, I must admit. Yeah, but no, man, it's all good, isn't it? It's all good. Like when he's coming out with stuff like that. And one other thing he said as well, yeah, which I thought was just wow. Yeah, and I don't know whether he's been like told to say all of this. Fucking who cares? Yeah, right. I don't give a fuck if he's been told to say it. Right. He goes, "I want to make Arsenal fans proud. I know they're very proud of their team already, but I want to try and make them even more proud of their team." Yeah. And when he's saying shit like that, I'm thinking, rah. Then he's saying about how he wants the team to work hard on the ball, off the ball. So I'm thinking, boy, Mesut Ozil's fucked. Yeah. Yeah. Mesut's not going missing anymore, boy. Yeah, fucking mate, he might be out with a fucking back injury for the whole season if he carries on. Yeah, but yeah, fucking them 3 points were the main 3 I took out of it, and I just thought, like, I'm sitting there and like I'm just like, wow, I'm like proper in awe of this geezer already, and like, I
tell you what, there are 2 things that I also noticed. Like, he was asked about Jack Wilshere's contract situation, and he was a
bit cagey, wasn't he?
Yeah, which made me think, okay, maybe you're looking past. Now, to me, and I know you are of the same mindset, I don't think having Jack here is the be-all and end-all. I know people will fucking pull their heart out and think, no, I love Jack to stay. I would like Jack to stay, but I wouldn't be shitting myself if he decides not to be honest. I really wouldn't be.
I agree. But the one thing I will say about Jack Wilshere is he gets it.
He does.
He gets it. He gets what it means to put that badge, that shirt on, man. And he gets it. And this is why I'm fucking fuming he ain't going to the World Cup. Yeah, because I'll tell you a quick story, right? A friend of mine, he's a Tottenham fan. He's one of my best mates, yeah? Right? And I've known him a long, long time, like 15 years or something, yeah? Right? He said to me, he goes, the only English footballer since Paul Gascoigne who actually fucking has a little bit about him, little bit of a fucking arsehole, yeah, wants to have a ruck every now and again, sticks his foot in, but can actually turn it on and do something and actually gives a fuck. He goes, the only one we've had since Gaza is Jack Wilshere. And that's a Tottenham fan saying that. Yeah? So how we are taking fucking Eric Dier and fucking Fabian Delph and fucking Danny Welbeck and mate, seriously, we're getting knocked out in the group stage and I couldn't give a toss.
Speaking of which, I know it's a bit off subject. How the fuck did Danny Welbeck get in that England squad? Whose dick has he been sucking?
Well, because he fucking runs around a lot and tracks back, mate. He's shit. Let's be real. And I hope he gets fucking sold. Yeah, I really do. Right. And how has Lacazette not got in the France squad?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But
Crazy,
then again,
innit?
that's all good for us. He'll be fit for the summer. You know, fucking there's some shocks all over. Cesc Fabregas, Morata not getting in the Spain squad. Alonso as well. All three of them never got in the Spain squad. So,
But you know what? I love the fact that Bellerin didn't make it.
I know, it's great.
I love the fact that Mustafi didn't make it. It's like, yeah, you motherfuckers ain't been good enough.
Exactly.
What's
but that's what happens when you have an elite manager that fucking says, "Nah, man, I want to win. I don't get. I ain't here to fucking please you. I'm here to win a trophy."
Better than you in your position is we're cool. We're good.
Exactly.
We're good.
Who did Spa? I must admit, I didn't even know Bellerin weren't picked. You know that?
Nah, yeah, Bellerin weren't picked. Monreal got him. Bellerin didn't.
Nice. Who did? To be fair, Monreal's been our best player, so I don't quite know how Aaron Ramsey won that, but
I'm with you, brother. I am totally with you. I tweeted the same shit out. I think Ramsey's had a good season, but the fact that Monreal's been slept on by every Arsenal fan for Ramsey is just crazy to me. Surely, Monreal's had the best season. Surely.
Oh, all day long. People said to me when I tweeted it out about it, saying, "Oh yeah, but he's been in one of the worst defenses, and you know, fucking our defense has been shit. Yeah, he scored a few goals. Yeah, blah blah blah. But Aaron Ramsey scored 11 goals, 11 assists, or something. Yeah." And I was like, "And Aaron Ramsey scored 3 goals in one fucking game. What's your point?"
Truth be told, Aaron turned up. Aaron has been playing well since February.
Exactly.
If we want to be real, Monreal's been playing well all season. So I don't know what everyone's talking about.
See, the thing with Monreal is he scored goals when we were fucking getting bantered, mate, and he's getting goals to get us back in a game, or he's getting a goal to get us a lead and then we bottle it. And out of the back 4 or back 5, whatever we've played, and then check, he has been our best player. That's a fact, You don't see fucking Monreal getting roasted too many times, right? And, you know, Ramsey should have come second, in my opinion. How the fuck Ozil got third is just a liberty, mate, You know, I'd even have a Aubameyang above Ozil. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? The fastest Arsenal player to 10 fucking goals. New league. Fucking been here a couple of months, in and out the team because of Europa League and this and that. I'd have Lacazette ahead of Ozil. Yeah. Lacazette scored how many goals this season? First season, being subbed at 70 minutes left, right and centre, benched at the beginning of the season, injured for weeks, and still scored that many goals. But our fan base, they're little fanboys, man. It's like, oh no, it's Mesut Ozil. He's better than Zidane. Do you know what I mean? Like, nah, man. But it is what it is. I think with the Ramsey thing, I think a lot of that comes down to our fan base wanting him to stay, so they voted for him for the goal of the season. And
I agree with you.
Because I think goal of the season, although that was a fucking unbelievable goal, I personally think, and you're going to fall off your chair in a minute, I personally think Ozil's goal against Newcastle was the goal of the season. Yeah, I do. Mate, seriously, that goal was fucking unreal.
It was a good goal, though. It was a good goal.
Yeah, that goal was just mad. Yeah, and that day he was better than Zidane. Yeah, but fucking, you know, that sums up our fans. But Man United did this with De Gea. De Gea won. I think he won their Player of the Season again, didn't he? He's won it 4 out of 5 years because it's like, oh look, the fans love you. You're the Player of the Season. Yeah, you've got to stay. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, who knows what goes on, but yeah, man, it's like, you know, I don't know, man. The summer's a big thing for me, like who we buy, who we get rid of, and you know, it's exciting, mate. It's exciting because there's a lot of players in this squad now. I mean, Jack Wilshere is one of them. Is he staying? Is he going? Like you said, yeah, I love him, but if he goes, he goes, and good luck to him anywhere he goes. Yeah. Aaron Ramsey, is he staying? Is he going? You know, fucking is the likes of Chambers going to be here next season? What about Iwobi? You know, what about Maitland-Niles and Reece Nelson and, you know, Eddie Nketiah? Because these players were pushing.
These players, right? Who do you think is likely to be on no pun intended, the chopping block here? Because lots of people made strong arguments for people who might have been in danger. So people like Callum Chambers had a decent finish to the season. People talked about the fact that Mesut Ozil, people are starting to turn on Ozil, you know.
Well, mate,
starting to
let's just have it right here. I was the first one to call him out.
I knew you'd say that. I knew so bad you'd say that.
I was the first to call him out, and the fucking amount of abuse I got, man. You can't. Oh no, you can't. Oh no, you can't dig him out. He's the blue-eyed boy. Now let's have it right. I'm the blue-eyed boy. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Fuck Mesut Ozil, man. Fuck it. If he wants to turn up and play, great. Yeah. Let's see if he does next season, because I'm running out of patience for that geezer, mate. 350 grand a week, and my man's just strolling around like the world owes him something. Yeah. Fuck that. Play for the badge like you did at Real Madrid. Yeah. If you don't, you can fuck off. And that's the same for anyone, by the way, not just him. Anyone.
I feel like, and I know lots of people say I'm being biased here, but I feel like this manager could potentially improve Iwobi. But my first instinct is to still loan Iwobi, because I just feel like he needs that life experience, I think, away from the Arsenal fans, and rediscover his form and his confidence. And I'd like to see a loan for him.
Do you know what? I'm going to disagree with you there, right?
Okay.
And I'm going to contradict what I said a couple of weeks ago when I said we should loan him, right? Now we've got the new man in, and he has a proven track record of improving footballers.
Youngsters in particular.
Yeah. I mean, look at Rakitic. Yeah, fucking, he's turned into one of the best midfielders around. Yeah, and he got him fucking on it, mate. Yeah, so there's one player straight away. But I'm thinking that obviously he's going to come in. He said in his press conference today he's going to sit down one-on-one with every single player. Yeah, the first thing this geezer needs to do is fucking employ a captain. Yeah, that's what he needs to do. He needs to go, right, you're my captain for the season. Yeah?
I get the impression Ramsey's been more or less selective in his head.
Well, I wouldn't be too disappointed with that, to be fair.
Yeah, I think Ramsey's a decent choice.
And I think that a central midfielder or a centre-back should be captain. I don't think a striker should be captain, because, listen, just concentrate on scoring goals. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Just fucking try and score goals, right?
Agreed.
A midfielder, box-to-box midfielder, yeah, will have a voice in front and behind him. Yeah, a centre-back, yeah, can fucking relay messages left, right, centre. So I'm all for Ramsey being captain if that's the case, mate. I'm happy with that, because there ain't a real standout candidate, is there? Let's be honest.
Not really. I mean, people might say Jack, but is Jack starting every game? Really?
To be honest with you, he was doing all right. Yeah, he pushed his way into the team. He was playing all the Europa League and League Cup games. Then he pushed his way into the starting teams for the Premier League, and he was doing really well. Then he got injured for a couple of weeks, and he come back, and he's been pony, mate, ever since he come back. Man. Yeah,
he just has been.
And listen, like I said, I love the guy to bits, but let's dig him out when he's played shit, and he played shit consistently for the back end of the season. Yeah. But in terms of Iwobi, I'm not so sure we should not flog him, loan him. I'm not so sure, because there's talk today that we might be that we've asked Lucas Perez to come back for pre-season. Right now,
interesting.
Yeah. Now this guy plays Emery plays a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So you're playing your striker up front. You're playing your two wingers. Yeah.
Both are Spanish.
With your number 10 in behind. Right. Which is where Ozil should be playing. He shouldn't be left or right. Yeah, because he's just a waste of space on the right or the left.
Yeah, agreed.
Number 10 is his position, right? So play him at number 10. Whether he's wearing number 10 or not is irrelevant, yeah? Just play him there, right? Now, if it was me, I see a place in the team for Iwobi, and I see a place in the team for Lucas Perez, because I rate him, yeah? And I also see you could switch it up, and you could put Mkhitaryan in one side if you wanted to drop Iwobi, or if Ozil's on a holiday in Sweden or shopping or whatever he does, or got a back injury, then you can play Mickey at number 10, or you can play Iwobi at number 10, and either one plays the right side or the left side, whatever. So I can see we've got options if we do that. And then Lucas Perez, mate, that geezer can cross a ball, and that geezer knows where the back of the net is, yeah? And I'll be buzzing if he comes back. So I don't think we should be too hasty to loan him out yet, mate. Definitely not. Let's see how pre-season goes and see what we bring in. And
I think you make a fair point about Lucas Perez, actually, because I know there was a lot of talk, actually, particularly over this past season when he got back to Deportivo, that the fans were proper on his case, like they wanted him out.
They were. Yeah, mate. I watched the Spanish league. I watch it, mate. Yeah, Deportivo were on a slump, mate. They were like struggling all through like the Christmas and New Year and all that, yeah. And mate, he was getting dogs abuse, mate.
Yeah, and this is more in response to Oliver, who said that he was on good form. So I don't know if he was on good form in particular. He wasn't on goal scoring form. I mean, he did score 8 La Liga goals in 35 appearances, but I would have Perez back because you know, Lee, I went on a massive rant that we let this motherfucker go in the first place. And I think if we can bring him back, he's Spanish, our new boss is Spanish, maybe there's a little understanding that could be worked out there. You use this opportunity to flog a Danny Welbeck, who I think someone like West Ham would be foolish enough to buy him. Flog him.
Do you think he's good enough for West Ham?
I think he can make it in West Ham.
No,
he's better than Carroll, bro. I don't care what anyone tells me.
Nah, man. Andy Carroll.
He's better than Carroll. Carroll can't even walk. He walks to the pitch and he gets...
Nah, man. I'm going to say something now, yeah? Andy Carroll should have gone to the World Cup.
Wow, bruv.
I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, he should have gone to the World Cup. Do you know why he should have gone to the World Cup?
Go on.
Right? Because if you're losing the game with 10, 15, 20 minutes to go, and you whip a ball in that box, no way in a million years is he not winning that fucking header. Yeah? 100% he will win the header every single time. Yeah? And you need something. Look at Giroud. Look how many headers Giroud scores. Yeah? He's that Giroud type player. Yeah? You need that option in your team. Yeah? And, you know, fucking England need that. England have got Harry Kane. And yeah, Harry Kane's been in banging top form in the last 3 years. Yeah? But Harry Kane ain't going to win every single fucking header you whip across it. Yeah, he should have gone, mate. And yeah, as for Danny Welbeck, I'll drive him to Barnet now, mate. Yeah, because that's about his level. So, do you know what I mean? But I'm excited, man. It's gonna be good. Like, there's some young players there that I hope like Maitland-Niles. Mate, that geezer's brilliant. I've been bigging him up for time. Yeah, that geezer is a fucking sick footballer. Yeah,
you watch this coach improve Maitland-Niles.
Mate, he'll improve every single player, even Mustafi.
He'll be, honestly, that's what I guess I'm looking forward to so much from this, because you heard the man speak, and all right, his English ain't great. You know, you really had to concentrate. If you're not a Spanish speaker, or you're not used to the accent, or you don't have some luscious Spanish girl somewhere. So you really needed to concentrate. But I tell you what, the things he was saying, especially when he started talking about being a protagonist in a game and understanding the opponent. Oh man, he had me.
Yeah, man.
He had me entranced in what he was saying. I was like, yes.
Mate, I didn't take my eyes off of that whole press conference, seriously. And do you know what, right? Fair play to Gazidis as well. And I know he gets a lot of stick, yeah, and he's had stick off of me as well, right? I remember going on a mad rant after an AGM that they did,
right? Me too.
And but listen, like he's made us massive financially off the pitch, yeah, in terms of the deals he's done, renewing the Emirates deal until 2028. You know, the kit deal with Puma was the biggest deal in history until it got gazumped by, I think it was United, was it? I might be wrong. It might still be the biggest. I don't know, but you know, he's made us massive. We've got the biggest gate receipts, like, out of any club in world football on a match day, you know, so he's done that, yeah. And I know that doesn't necessarily mean anything to me, you, or any other Arsenal fan, yeah, because we don't reap that benefit, I suppose, yeah. But when you strip it all back, what that does is that then means you can go out and buy better players because you're getting more money in, right? Now, the previous manager, we know, had the philosophy of, no, let's not go and spend stupid amounts of money. Yeah, that's always been his way, right? Then Gazidis has brought in the sporting director from Barcelona. He's brought in Sven from Borussia, yeah. And now he's, with their help, brought in this manager who's the same age as Arsene Wenger was when he took over, yeah. So I'm sitting here thinking like, well, Gazidis, catalyst for change. Maybe we're all a little bit too hasty.
Hasty with it, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to lick his arse or anything, because like, I'm still not 100% convinced by him. But you've got to give credit where it's due. Yeah, and they fucked up by giving Wenger a new contract. I think they all accept that. I think they know that. But they've rectified it. Yeah, within the space of less than a season, because that statement come out. before the season was done. So, you know, I think they've just looked at it and gone, right, now's time to fucking, you know, he's hung himself, so let's get rid.
Yeah. And I'm famous for calling Ivan a weasel. I always have done. I've always felt like he acts like a weasel. I do still think he's a shady character. I don't know why. There's just something about him I just don't like. But
ain't he a Man City fan? Is he a Man City fan? I think he is. He's either Man City or Man United. I'm sure he supports one of them.
I don't know. I just don't get a good vibe from the guy. But I will say this, like you say, you have to give credit where credit's due. The man twice in the space of 12 months had big decisions to make. In the case of Wenger, you gave him a 2-year contract, saw it weren't working, rectified. I don't care all this talk about Wenger walked away. He rectified it.
Yeah,
then he said,
they gave him that ultimatum. You either leave or you're fucked.
The big proponent of Arteta. He saw, I'm sure, because apparently there was all this talk of his email address being plastered everywhere and people like emailing him abuse and shit over this Arteta deal. Now, a lot of people would have said, you know what? Fuck what you guys think. I'm going to press ahead and do this. But he clearly thought, whoa, okay, so something's not quite right here. Let me rectify this situation. Maybe I should look at other options. You know, Emery's just become available. I'd be foolish to not at least have a conversation with him. And then by all intents and purposes, the man knocked it out the park in the interview. He showed that he had a great knowledge of Arsenal before even coming into the role.
He knew every single player inside out, mate.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I don't know how these interviews work. Like, I mean, it's not like an interview where me or you go for a job and we just sit down and go, here's my CV. Yes, well, whatever. This is what I can do. Yeah. He went in there, mate, and he did a full presentation for 3 hours, apparently. Yeah. Right. In front of Raul, Sven, and even, yeah. And he sat there for 3 hours. Like, this is how I can make this player better. Yeah. This is what I can do with this player. This one, I can do this. This one does this and it's really poor, but I think I can, mate. And, you know, that's why he's got the job. Yeah,
and that's the thing. Because I'll tell you what, and the cynical part of me says, well, all of this would have been a signal to them that, oh, they don't need to spend these hundreds of millions of pounds. And that's the cynical side of me saying that. But the realistic side of me is saying, look, if someone came into a job that I'm advertising and you're telling me inside out, intricate details about my business, and you're interviewing for a job, how am I not going to consider you as a serious candidate for this job?
Exactly.
I mean, how am I not going to hire you?
Can I just say something about like what you said about the cynical side of you, yeah? Right? A lot of people get it twisted, right? And say, oh, yeah, Stan Kroenke's the issue, this and that, yeah? Right? Now, when Roman Abramovich took over at Chelsea, yeah, everyone was mugging it off. Oh, look at them, they're spending all this money. Then Sheikh Mansour took over at Man City. Yeah, oh, look, they got a whole country backing them and this and that, right? Let's have it right, yeah? When Roman Abramovich took over, all of our fans said, fuck Chelsea's Russian money, yeah? We're self-sufficient, we're doing it the right way, right? Now, fast forward to all these years later, everyone now wants a Roman Abramovich, yeah? So you can't have it both ways, right? Now, what I will say is, everyone says Stan don't want to spend money. The board of Wenger did wonders, this and that, right? Have you seen our wage bill? Yeah, it's over £200 million a year, right? £200 million a year, right? We've gone out and spent money on Aubameyang. We've gone out and spent money on Lacazette. We've spent money on Mustafi. We've spent money on Xhaka. Fuck knows how, right? We could have had Kante. Let's be real. For less money, right?
Started, bro.
Yeah, we've spent money on Alexis Sanchez. We've spent money on Mesut Ozil. Add all of them players' fees up together. Now add their wages in. Mesut Ozil's 350 grand a week contract, yeah, is going to total what, nearly 60, 70 million pound by the end of it. By the time he finishes, if he leaves at the end of that contract, we would have paid that geezer well over £100 million if you include the fee for him, 42.5, right? And people say we can't spend money and we don't want to spend money. Mate, Stan Kroenke authorised all of this. Yeah? The board of directors authorised all of this. Do you know what I mean? That's just one player. I think I worked out the other. I think it was about £130 million if Ozil sees his contract out and leaves. That's how much we would have paid him in wages and for the fee. Yeah, 130 million or 140 million. And people say that we can't compete. Well, we're competing, aren't we? Yeah. Now add in Aubameyang. He's reportedly on what, 190 grand a week or whatever. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? £60 million fee. There's another £100 million, whatever it is. Yeah. Well, it's fucking, £90 million. Yeah. Lacazette is going to be on dough. Kolasanak's on dough, although he was a freebie. He's well over 100 grand. Bellerin's on 100 grand. Yeah. Ramsey are signed for over 100 grand. Wilshere will be over 100. And people say we can't compete. It is bollocks. Yeah. We can compete. Yes, we can't go and throw £50 million out on a right back from fucking Tottenham like Man City did, and then go and do another fucking 40 million on another player, and then another 50 on. You can't go and do £200 million in a window. I fully accept that, right? But when you can't go and do that, what you do is you go to the next bracket down, and then you go and get a fucking Don football manager. Yeah, that's what you do.
Have we got one?
I think we have.
Yeah.
I think we have, because listen, we can't compete in terms of 200 million every window. I get that, but we can compete. Yeah. And we can compete for the biggest trophy of them all in the English side of the game. And that's the Premier League. I personally think we can compete. Yeah. If you look at the amount of money on wages and transfer fees, recouped or not, net spend, as was once famously said. Yeah. If you add up the net spend, right, and work it out, and then add that to the wages we have paid out players since Stan Kroenke's been here, which was what, 2007? Yeah, I guarantee you that is over £3 billion we've spent. And whether that's our money or his money is fucking irrelevant. We have still spent that much money. Now, the fact that Roman Abramovich has poured millions and billions of pounds into it is completely fucking irrelevant, right? Well, it is, isn't it? Right? Man United, look how much Man United have spent. How much are they paying Pogba? Yeah, plus what his fee cost. Alexis Sanchez, look what they're paying him. Right? And, you know, they've got players all around that team. De Gea will be on a fucking massive deal.
Lukaku. Let's veer into that a little bit, because, you know, the FA Cup final, it's been a while since we've spoken to you live. So I'm sure, like the rest of us, you watched the FA Cup final. And anyone who doesn't know you or doesn't watch as many of your channels or doesn't watch enough of the show who's watching now, first of all, where you've been. And second of all, Lee is a relatively modest supporter of United in the sense of the way they do business. He likes their manager and still likes Alexis Sanchez to this day.
Yeah, man.
What did you think of their performance over the weekend?
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it? After all that, I gave you the drum roll and everything. Oh, shit.
I didn't watch it. I must admit, I didn't watch it, but I got a lot of Chelsea mates and a lot of Chelsea followers on Twitter. And they said they fully deserve to win. So, you know, I can only go with that. But I know that Sanchez had a goal disallowed and it went to VAR and apparently it was a genuine offside. I see Pogba missed an absolute fucking sitter of a header. And
would you have Pogba?
I would have, yeah,
I
would have Pogba. Because
not that we could ever afford him, but let's just say we're living in a dream world.
Well, I think we can afford him. If we're paying Ozil fucking 350 grand a week, well, have we done all of our money in one player? I don't believe we have. I really don't. Yeah, why would we do all of our money on one player? No, mate. We can afford Pogba. We can afford to go out and buy a £100 million footballer if we really wanted to. Because, like I said earlier, yeah, you ain't paying the £100 million in one hit. You're paying it over the duration of the contract. Right? So if it's a 5-year contract, you're paying that club £20 million every year for 5 years. Right?
Here's the thing, though. Where would you play Pogba in our team? What is his position? No one seems to know.
Do you know what? I've got a lot of Man United mates as well, yeah? And they all say that, like, one of my bosses, he's Man United, yeah? And he says to me, he's on Pogba's case like I'm on Ozil's case, yeah? He goes, he's a £90 million footballer and he can't play box to box. He can't play fucking deep. He can't play. He has to play off the striker, is what he said to me. Yeah, just behind. Not number 10 as such, but like in that little gap between sort of number 10 and like maybe, I don't know, 40 yards out from goal, driving at defenses and players making runs off of him. So kind of a number 10 position, but maybe a little bit deeper. But
yeah, it's a number 10, just a different type of rather than an artist. You're just looking at a driving runner.
I get what he's saying though, right? Because he likened it to back in like the class of '92, right? He goes, well, fucking look at Paul Scholes. Yeah, fucking Nicky Butt players like that. They could play anywhere. David Beckham was playing right back at one point for United. It's like, you know, he was playing left back, right back. Like, he goes, players now, they're just like so far up themselves that it's like, well, I ain't playing there. I can't play that position. I'm playing here. Yeah, and if you don't play me there, then I'm just going to play shit. And that's what they do. They sulk, they bitch, and they moan. But then when you've got a manager like Jose Mourinho, he don't give a fuck how much he spent on you. Yeah, he will go, bollocks, bruv, you're benched. Yeah, and if you don't like it, tough.
Do you still have faith in Jose? Because I'll tell you what,
mate, I think he's amazing.
From United fans, I was speaking to a lot of United fans, and their faith is running out quick.
Yeah, but mate, listen, let me
seriously,
mate, seriously, Man United fans make me die, mate. Like this season, I know they haven't been amazing and they've been boring to watch at times, but they've scored more goals than they have like in previous seasons. They finished higher than they have in previous seasons. They went from fucking 6th last season to 2nd this season, right? And barring Man City running away with a title, they would have won it. Right, they've scored more goals, they've conceded less goals, they've got more wins, and it ain't been great, but who cares? If they had won the cup final, would Man United fans be crying? Of course they wouldn't, because they would have nicked something out of a shit season. Yeah, you know they're more pissed off the fact that their noisy neighbours are playing great football and won a title doing it. Yeah, if Man City didn't fucking exist anymore, or we're down in 15th, right? No Man United fan would be moaning or bitching about Jose Mourinho. That's a fact. It's because their next door neighbours have fucking won the title playing great football. It's like us, you know, fucking we're looking at Tottenham laughing still because it's like, yeah, you played all right, you've still won nothing. Yeah. But if they went and won the fucking league, mate, trust me, there'd be uproar. Yeah. And we'd be going mad about our manager. So that's all it boils down to. If Man United won the league this season playing that style of football, ask any Man United fan if they would give a fuck, mate. Yeah. Ask any Chelsea fan. Right. And like I said, I've got a lot of Chelsea mates that said to me they didn't play great football at the weekend. Yeah. And they were lumping long balls into Giroud. But it's a cup final. You do what you've got to do to go and win that cup final. And then you worry about it afterwards. If you lose, then you can criticise. If you win it, who gives a fuck? Yeah, seriously, you've won the cup, so who cares? Yeah, not one single Chelsea fan is going to cry and bitch that they didn't play fantastic fucking pass and move football at the weekend. Do you know what I mean? They're just buzzing they've won the cup. And same with Man United, same with any team. I hear Man United fans and West Ham fans on TalkSport every day. And all they do is go on about the Man United way and the West Ham way. Well, I don't know what the West Ham way is. Because,
I was going to say, I don't know what the West Ham way is.
Right, I don't. And I'm not trying to mug West Ham fans off, but I don't know what the West Ham way is. Yeah, Man United, listen, you ain't got Fergie anymore. Yeah, it's not going to be, you ain't got the class of 92 anymore. That was a golden generation of footballers, mate. You ain't ever seen a group of players come through like that ever again. Yeah, never in my lifetime am I going to see that. Yeah, so no, you've got to go with what you got. Yeah, and Jose Mourinho will get the best out of what he's got. Yeah, and then let's be honest here as well, right? He's gone into that football club, and there's a lot of fucking shit footballers at that football club. Phil Jones, Chris Smalling. Yeah, why are they still there? Right, I'll tell you why they're still there, because he couldn't get rid of them last summer. This summer they'll be out. Yeah, they'll be gone. Phil Jones, how that fucker's got in the England squad is a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Yeah, he will be gone. He will not be. He's never been a Man United player. He ain't good enough. Right, he'll be gone. Then they've got other players across the team that will be gone as well. Right, but you can't do it all in one transfer window.
How United want to swap Luke Shaw and
he's another
million.
one.
for Danny fucking Rose. I'm like, are you motherfuckers crazy? Are you crazy?
Mate, seriously, Luke Shaw, another one, right? Another player. Most overhyped left back in world football.
Oh, yeah, but surely that deal is ridiculous. Surely.
Well, no, because Luke Shaw's probably only worth about £10 million, mate. So it's true, mate. When they signed him for 30 million quid, I was like, are you actually taking the piss? What has this geezer done? What, he goes on a couple of little runs and whips a few good crosses in every now and again. Yeah, he's gone to Man United and 2 different managers have dug him out for being overweight and being lazy as fuck. Yeah, true. Right? And everyone gets on Jose's case about digging players out. Well, fucking rightly so. They're paying him 100 odd grand a week. Yeah? And if he wants to dig him out and say he's fat and he's overweight and he's this and that, well, why can't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's been fucking useless since he got there. And I remember Man United fans going, oh, well, £32 million. If we have him for 10 years, it works out £3 million a year. Like, oh, well, how's that working out? Yeah, because you're flogging for less than you brought him for because he is shit. Overhyped, overrated. The only reason he went to Man United was because there was a good group of young players at Southampton and he was one of them at the time. Yeah, well, look at Southampton now. Yeah, look at him now. Where are all these good Southampton players? Do you know what I mean? Overhyped, mate, overhyped. And that's the problem with English football is there's too many players that get overhyped too quickly. They then get the big deal, the big move, yeah, and they flop because they can't handle the pressure. Luke Shaw must have walked into Man United and thought, wow, this was bigger than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, it was true, innit? The size difference from fucking Southampton to Man United in terms of football club is just ridiculous. Yeah, it's light years apart. Man United's like an institution, mate. Let's be real. Yeah. It's like Barcelona and Real Madrid. They're the same. Them 3 football clubs, mate. Yeah, they're completely different next level to any other football club in the world. Yeah, and like you have to have fucking big balls and fucking work ethics to go and play for them football clubs. Yeah, and if you don't, you're benched because you've got good managers that will bench you.
Well, anyway, we've got sidetracked with United. Let's keep it.
Fuck United. Arsenal. This is Arsenal, bruv.
While we've got well over 250 people listening, so thank you guys.
Big up
for watching. What I've asked the chat room to give us 5 questions that we can sign out to. But
yeah, man.
What we asked the 260 people actually now watching is, first of all, crush that like button, hit the subscribe button. This is what I do. This is what I'm going to be doing throughout the summer. It's giving you more and more shows. So go ahead and do that for me. And secondly, give Lee the opportunity to explain what the fuck has happened to his show, because I've literally had that question about 8 times. It's like, what has happened to GunnerVlogs show?
Oh, so Lee, mate, it's so long-winded to try and
explain. Please explain to the people
do you know
what's going on with your YouTube channel.
Do you know what? People think I've just like fucked it off because fucking Wenger's leaving and I'm not, and like
100%.
Yeah. No, but it's like, oh, well, you've got nothing to moan about now, so you've shut it down. Like, listen, right? It's a long story. It will take me fucking ages, so I'll try and do it as quick as possible, right? Basically, my Gmail account, I asked somebody who's a close friend of mine. I've been doing all my videos off my iPhone, yeah? Well, he has a MacBook, and my 1-year anniversary was coming up, so I asked him to download for me off of my channel. So I gave him my login details. I said, can you download these videos so I can do a mashup video of the best bits, yeah? He was like, yeah, cool. So I gave him my email address and my password. And the email address and password is the same for your Gmail, YouTube, Creator Studio, AdSense, Google Hangouts, etc., right? He tried typing that in, and that is the correct details I gave him. And it come up, your password was changed 7 months ago. So I was like, well, yeah, that's because I fucking changed it, right? So I was like, you're chatting shit, yeah? So I've logged out, and I've logged back in with the details I gave him on my apps, yeah? On my phone. And I've got in. I said, what are you talking about? I said, do you know what? Fuck it. I'll change the password. It's no drama, yeah? So I changed the password, and I gave him the new password, but that's then logged me out of all the apps, right? So I gave him the new password, same email address, and it come up, the password was changed less than an hour ago. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, yeah? So I've tried signing back in on the app, and it started doing it to me. So I was like, fuck, I can't post nothing. So I went onto a Safari search on iPhone, yeah? And it let me sign in. So I was like, oh, fuck it. I couldn't give a shit if I could sign into the YouTube app. I can do it on the Safari, yeah? So that's how I was posting my videos from like middle of April or beginning of April to Burnley, yeah? And I was sat there after the Burnley game. I put my video up. Early hours of the morning, I thought it was like 1 a.m. I thought I'll go and reply to some of the people in the comment section, which is what I do. Yeah, I'll scroll through them and I'll reply to as many as I can. Sometimes there's just unbelievable amounts. So I just like, fucking hell, be here for hours, need a PA, yeah? And so yeah, my battery died. So I was like, oh, no drama, I'll plug it in. It signed me out. When I turned it back on, it had signed me out. I then tried signing back in, and it said your password was changed X amount of months ago, days ago, sorry, which was the day that I changed it. So I'm like, this is the right fucking password. I've got Face ID, yeah, on my iPhone X. What the fuck? So I thought, right, I'll go through recovery options, yeah? So I'm going through the recovery options, and it goes backup email address, like forgot password and all that, yeah? So I've gone, yeah, cool, forgot password. It come up with my backup email. So I was like, send a code. No code comes through. 10 minutes later, still no code. So I was like, fuck it, try another way. Backup phone number, which is my missus' phone number, yeah? Right? Which I know is, again, right. The same as the backup email was fucking right, yeah? No code. So it's now getting on to like 2 a.m. And I'm sitting on the fucking sofa, fucking fuming, thinking, fuck. Yeah, like...
you doing that?
I'm sat there and I'm starting to pace up and down. I'm like, nah, this ain't happening to me, man. What the fuck? Right? So then you can try another way. And it says, type in an email you can check now. Right? So I typed in the backup email and it sent the code. So I'm like, well, this has got to work. So I typed the code in. It then says, what was the creation date of your account? So I'm like, how the fuck do I know when I set up my fucking email account? Come on, man.
Who the fuck knows that?
Exactly. And the thing is, like, nobody knows that, so you don't know the answer. So I'm like, what do I do? So I've gone to my YouTube channel and I thought, all right, it must be like if you go to about, if you go to someone's channel and then scroll to about, yeah, it tells you when they set up the channel. Like or signed in before setting up a channel. It was like when they first ever logged into a YouTube, yeah. Right. So I put December 13, 2013, yeah. Sorry, Google can't verify you. So I'm like, what the fuck, mate? 150 times later, I'm now locked out of trying, yeah? So I was like, okay, cool. I'll leave it a couple of days. I'm Googling fuck out of it, yeah? Like, because it was racking my brains there. I've then gone on a forum. I posted my own fucking thing on a forum, and I've had a Google advisor reply, going through the fucking generic fucking replies that they do. I've fucking lost my rag with that geezer, mate. I told him straight, stop fucking chatting shit to me and get my channel back, yeah? Fucking told them straight about themselves, right? Then he sent me a link to go to a Google specialist, right? Before I did that, I googled Google's number, yeah. Like, so I phoned him up, right? The geezer was a Spurs fan, yeah. I think he was a Spurs fan, and I've gave him my details, and he goes, "I'm fucking subscribed to your channel."
Luke told me this. I was like, "Fuck off."
He goes, "You go on Arsenal
the guy
fan
that was
TV,
helping me was subscribed to me.
Yeah, he goes,
like,
"You go on Arsenal fan TV, didn't you?" I was like, "Yeah, I do." He goes, "Fucking mate, I love you, bro." Yeah, like, I was just like, "Yeah, cool. Can you get me back in my channel?" Right? But it's not my channel. It's the email address that I'm locked out of. Yeah. So anyway, after doing that, they've only got the options their end that we have our end. Yeah. So they can only go through the same procedure we do. Right? They've got no special magic button to press. Right. So I ended up fucking. The guy sent me an email with a specialist thing on there. Yeah. And I clicked on it. You have to fill out your email address, your name, your date of birth, and then in less than 1,000 words, for less than 1,000 characters, what the issue is, and then a link to the forum that you've been posted on. So I did that, sent it. Next morning, I get an email from them saying you haven't linked the forum. So I linked it again. The next day, you still haven't linked the forum. I sent them a fucking email. I told them straight, listen, you're taking a fucking piss. Yeah, and like I'm getting a right hump with this now, yeah? I said, sort the fucking thing out, blah, blah, blah. So I then sent them a screenshot, a selfie. I wrote down the name of my channel, my email address, what the issue is, the date that I took the picture and the time, and then told them, go and fucking look on my YouTube channel, which is listed on this fucking piece of paper I'm holding up in the fucking selfie, yeah? And you'll see that it's me, and you can fucking verify me, you dopey fucks, yeah? They sent me an email back the other day, sorry, we can't verify you, and unfortunately we won't be able to help you in the future. So I was like, I nearly fucking launched my phone across my fucking motor. Yeah, and I was like, nah, man. So fucking... Well, anyway, the guy who I asked originally to download the videos, yeah? Like, I phoned him up. I said, listen, this is what's happened. He goes, don't worry, I know someone at YouTube because, like, we've got an account manager because we've got a big channel and this and that, yeah? So I was like, cool. Well, that person hasn't, unfortunately, been able to do anything. So I've sort of given up the ghost, man. Like, that's it. It's done. 11,300 odd subscribers. Nearly...
I felt like crying for him.
1.7, like, 1. Yeah, I think it's 1.75 million views. You know, fucking a year, just over a year's worth of hard graft. Like, people don't understand the effort you have to put in, man. Like, I'm on a fucking mate. I'm sat on a holiday in fucking Mallorca, and I'm sat there, and I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm going to record a video. I'll be back in 30 minutes or whatever. Yeah, and like, it's a family holiday. My sister, my brother-in-law, and stuff like that. And like, you know, I'm leaving my little one, my daughter, and now my missus. Yeah, and I'm like, no, I've got to go and do a video. Yeah, because if you don't post content every single fucking week, people lose interest. And everybody knows that I post at 24 hours before a game, and I post straight after the game. Yeah, my videos after the game right before anybody's. Yeah, right. Since that's happened, since that Burnley game. Yeah, people have just gone, what, didn't you like the Love Fest? Where's all the videos? Like, right? And like, mate, my DMs have been mad on Instagram and mad on Twitter. Like, what's going on with the channel? This and that. Yeah. And like, mate, seriously, I must admit, I'm fucking fuming. Like, fuming.
Of course.
Yeah, right. But it is what it is. Like, I've had to set up another one. I've just looked now, I'm on 95 subscribers. So,
that'd be good.
Yeah,
good.
so
I have been telling people in the chat room, it's GunnerVlogs.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can't find it because it's so new. And if you type GunnerVlogs, all one word, by the way, yeah, right? There's maybe about fucking 50 fucking channels called the same thing, yeah. So until I post a video, and people see that on my Twitter or on my Instagram or whatever, nobody's going to be able to fucking go and follow it unless I DM them a link. Do you know what I mean?
Which means this is a good opportunity for me to plug my Twitter. So if you go on my Twitter at Colossal Chick, and then you'll go and see one of, I think it's my second to last post is Lee's channel. Go and hit that. Go on it. Go and hit that subscribe button. You'll go straight to the channel.
So yeah, that's the long and short of it, mate. Fucking all that graft, it's gone. Like, fucking so pissed off because the thing is, I knew that as soon as I put a video up, I knew that I'd get a hell of a lot of views on it, yeah, because I worked my ass off to get into that position in the first place, yeah, and the fact that I had so many subscribers, listen, I ain't balling or nothing, like, let's get it real, yeah, but the fact that I got that many subscribers in that short space of time, I was chuffed with it, yeah, and then the plan was, like, before the season starts, get it up to 20,000, and then by the end of the season, 50,000. That was my targets, yeah, now I've got to start from scratch, and it's like, you know, YouTube have changed all their fucking setup since I set my one up, and like fucking the way you fucking do shit now, it's just fucking completely different. So I've got to go through even more hard graft than I did when I first set it up.
You best believe I took a picture of my setup day as soon as Lee told me this story. I was like, this shit ain't happening to me.
Mate, seriously.
I took screenshots and everything. I'm cool.
And the thing is, like, it's not so much the money side of it, because let's be real, the money's fuck all, mate. Yeah, like, we both know that. Yeah, a lot of people think you're balling if you've got a YouTube channel. No, it don't work like that. Yeah, I'm balling through my job and my job only, right? And like, it's the fact that I've got so many people, not just in England but fucking globally, that as soon as I post a video, bang, they're on it and they'll comment straight away. Yeah, and I respect that, right? And what it's done for me myself is, like, I now go to games and people go, oh, fucking mate, I've subscribed to your channel, I'll get spotted, and that's nice, man. And they come and talk about Arsenal Football Club with me, and I enjoy that because it's meeting. I mean, I had some guy at the Emirates, yeah, I can't remember what game it was, but him and his missus have come all the way from Japan for that game, yeah, right? He had a half and half scarf, which I mugged him off for, right? But, right, but fair play to him. But he come up to me and he goes, I've watched every single one of your videos since day one on your channel, and I respect everything you said. Yeah, and he was chatting away to me about who do I think should be the next manager. Mate, that would never have happened unless I set up a YouTube channel. Yeah, and things like that, I appreciate. It's nice to have people come and talk to you and interact, not just from England, but from everywhere else.
Bro, it is nice. I went to the freaking cinema. The cinema, bro. My local cinema. I can't even remember the damn film I was seeing. And I went there and he was like, so what do you think of Arsenal then? It's like, who the fuck is this geezer? This guy's serving me like, he was serving me a drink or something. I was like, who's this geezer? Like, I watch your channels all the time. I love you and
mad,
so much. I'm like, oh, bro, well, thanks. You know, thank you. It was nice to meet you. That's the cinema, bro.
See, it's mad, isn't it? It's mad, and sometimes it's a little bit surreal, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, you've like seen it like when I'm at games and stuff like that. Yeah, fucking like, it's mad. It's mental, mate. Like, and people fucking. No, I don't want to sound like a right twat here, yeah, or a cunt or anything like that, right? Because I'm not in it for any of this, yeah, right? But you get people coming up to you going, "I can have a picture." You know, my boy wants a picture with you, and like this, and yeah, and I still get embarrassed by that because it's like, why do you want a picture of me? Like, I'm just a nobody. I'm just a fan, yeah. But like,
I still get suspicious. What are you gonna use my picture for?
Yeah, mate. I say that to people. I'm like, where are you posting that picture?
I have that hood mentality all the time.
Right, and I'm not in it. I'm not in it for that. Yeah, listen, I ain't in it for that at all. Right, but it is nice that you get people come up to you. They respect what you're saying. Yeah, they've taken time out of their day to come and talk to you about the club we all love. Yeah, and they go, oh yeah, you've made my son's day. We're having a fucking picture with. That's nice, man. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, bro. And people, listen, you're going to have people who are going to ridicule you for that.
I don't give a fuck. I couldn't, mate. Do you know what? One thing you know about me, Chris, is I don't give two flying fucks what anyone thinks.
And that's the thing. And to be honest, if you want to ridicule him for that, crack on. But it will make you feel good if someone says that a little thing like taking a picture with someone has made their day. Who's not going to feel good about that? Who the fuck ain't going to feel good about that?
No, of course, man. Listen, mate, there's been loads of times this season where like a dad has come up to me and said, "Oh, my boy, he's only 14, like he's a little bit shy or whatever. He wants to have a photo with you. He watches your channel, and like, you know, fucking, we respect what you're saying, and like, keep up the good work, mate. That's nice. That's positive feedback. Yeah, fuck all the negative. I get more love than hate, so I don't give a fuck. Yeah, like I don't give a fuck about the hate. The hate just promotes it. That's all they're doing. It's free marketing.
And
yeah,
and that's the thing. I would say both of us, we have the best listeners, really. I would say
very loyal, man.
97, 98% of them are cool, man. Yeah. Regular commenters. I always go back and forth with them.
Always
even if some of them, sometimes I feel like they talk shit, like Oliver. I love Oliver. I agree with very rarely anything he says, but I love Oliver. And I like that interaction and that banter. It's when it steps over the mark that I can't. And Oliver never does. Oliver's an example of someone who I don't always necessarily agree with. He doesn't always necessarily agree with me, but we have that kind of banter and comments, and I like that. I like that.
Do you know the other thing I like as well? Before we get onto these questions, my battery's fucked, mate. It's nearly dead. Yeah, but do you know the other thing I like? Yeah, and this is what I really hope I get back on the channel I've set up now. Right, is it's not just Arsenal fans I have that subscribe to me. A large percentage are other teams' fans, mate. I've got Wolverhampton Wanderers fans, Leicester City, fucking Wycombe Wanderers, yeah, Man United, mate. The amount of Liverpool, Arsenal, like every fan base, yeah, mate. Luton Town, Hull City, Huddersfield, even Huddersfield, like stuff like that. Like people go, do you know what? Yeah, fucking big up you. You're putting yourself out there. You're sticking to your guns. Respect that. And like, we feel sorry for you. Like, I've had fans all season telling me from other clubs in the comments and like subscribers and that going, we feel sorry for you, man. This would never have happened at United or Liverpool, or wherever. Yeah. And like, I don't want to be felt sorry for, but you know, big up the fact that nobody's taking the piss as such. Do you know what I mean? It's all love. Yeah. And that's the nice side of doing it, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know if I stick myself out there and start calling Bella in a cunt, yeah, I know I'm going to get dogs abuse for that. Yeah. I know that. Right. And I did on that video. Yeah, that Wenger out video I did, there's over 100,000 views on that video. And if you go and look at the fucking 2,000 comments on it, 99.9% of them are pure love. Yeah. So, you know, it's all good. But yeah, I am gutted, man. But fuck it. Wenger out, fucking Gunner bang out.
Apparently, you've got 101 subscribers. Cliff has been
Whee!
101st.
Go on, Cliff. Big up the Cliff. Nice one, man. Appreciate that. Anyone who's subscribed, appreciate it. And listen, yeah, all the people that that have subscribed to this one, yeah, like the first. Obviously, I don't see every subscriber because if they've got their subscription thing hidden, I don't see who they all are all the time. Only if they comment.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you can't see them.
You can't see them all. No, it's only if they comment on a video you can see who they are. Yeah, but yeah, there is. I know which ones are loyal, mate, and I respect that, and I'm fully aware of who these people are, and big up to every single one of them, man. Because without them, let's be real, there is no channel. You know, if people ain't watching it and people ain't not so much the subscribers, but the views is obviously, you know, the views get subscribers, but you know, at the end of the day, anyone who subscribes to anyone's channel, mate, respect to any of them. Yeah, because without them, you ain't got a channel, have you? Let's be real, because nobody will be watching it.
And just because people keep asking, it's GunnerVlogs, all one word.
GunnerVlogs. Yeah, Gunner with a capital G, Vlog, Z with an S, Vlogs with a capital V. You won't be able to find it on a search. Yeah, I tried searching it earlier off my iPad. Yeah, and there's maybe 50. I think there's about 50 channels called GunnerVlog or GunnerVlogs and blah, blah, blah. So you ain't going to find it. And because I only set it up today, I'm not sure whether there's a 24-hour thing on there where it will show in 24 hours, whereas it might not do in the first 24 hours. I'm not sure. But stick the link in the description, Chris, or fucking... If people,
it'll be in the description. Don't worry.
Or if people go to mine or your Twitter, then fucking happy days, isn't it?
Literally, as soon as I come off the show, it'll be in the description, and you'll be able to see it. GunnerVlogs, all one word. All right, guys. So what we're going to do, just because I'm conscious that we're running past the hour-and-a-half mark. So 3 questions. I'm going to give a quick shout out to Cliff and to Blue Whale because I remember those two questions. So let's go with those 2 for now. And then you guys give me one more that I can ask Lee, and then we'll sign off here. So first of all, first question, I can't remember which of you asked this, so forgive me. What do you think of the new kit? Do you like it?
I'll be honest with you, I like the green one, the green and blue one.
I don't mind the green and blue one. I must admit, I'm with you.
I see a picture.
I still prefer the yellow one, but yeah, I don't mind it.
I see the a mint green kit, but that's obviously fake, yeah. But the green and blue one, yeah. Do you remember the last time we wore green and blue? Well, you probably don't because you weren't born. Yeah, but it was the year I was born, which was 1982. Yeah, but that kit, I see it today. The green and blue one, 100%. I'm getting that. That kit is fucking sexy. Yeah, the red and white one, mate. That looks like some fucking mate. A 7-year-old could have designed one better than that. Seriously. Yeah,
it looks unfinished. That was the feeling I got when I saw it. I was like, oh, okay. And I won't be getting that one. Let's put it that way.
Nah, no way in a million years. The white stadium shirt. I don't know what the fuck a stadium shirt is, but have you seen the white kit? Well, it's not a kit, but it's a shirt. Yeah, white shirt. It's called a stadium shirt or a stadium. Yeah. What the fuck's a stadium shirt? Like, so, does anybody know? Yeah, what is that? A posh way of dressing it up so you can charge 40 quid for it? Yeah, do you know what I mean? But that's nice. So yeah, I'll probably get that as well. But yeah, other than that, they're fucking shocking, mate. And the quicker Puma fuck off, the better. Yeah, we need Adidas in there, man. Get Adidas in there, get some proper kits going on, but like back in the day. But yeah, the green one, I'm all over that, man. And what's pissed me off here, I will say this, right? Arsenal are red and white and yellow and blue. So where the fuck's our yellow and blue? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's red and white and yellow and blue.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes, I know we had a green one back in fucking 82. Yeah, and I do like the green one, but come on, it's red and white and yellow and blue. End of story. If you want to do a third kit, cool, go and do whatever the fuck you want with that. But that's just a money-making scheme, yeah? Do you know what I mean? So make that fucking pink with fucking blue dots. Do what the fuck you want with that, yeah? But red and white, yellow and blue. That's it.
Okay. Cliff's question is to me, am I a nudist? No, I told you it was just an experiment. These are vicious rumors. Vicious rumors.
Oh shit!
Honestly, I blame Stell for this shit because he kind of started it. Cliff ran with it, and then one show, all people could see was my head. And then they started thinking, yeah, I bet he's naked underneath that. That's right.
Mate, the fact they're thinking of you, the fact they're thinking of you naked is quite worrying, bro.
That's what I'm saying. No one wants to see me naked. No one wants to see that. All right. So yeah. So this is. Let me dispel this theory now. No, I'm not a nudist. I'm going to go with Ryan as the last one because I like this one. Right. So Ryan Fletcher, big up Ryan Fletcher.
Big up Ryan.
Another one who's going to be starting a YouTube channel. He does a lot of Periscope reviews, which I always thought was a good idea because not enough people use Periscope. So big up Ryan. He's asked what, and I really wanted to ask you this question as well. So now Emery's in. Who's his backroom staff going to be?
That's a fucking good question, mate. That is a good question. Well, I know that his number two's been his number two everywhere he's been. Yeah, and he's like a pit bull, mate. He just stands on the touchline, just yapping orders at everyone throughout the whole game. So, yeah, good luck to these boys trying to plod along next season. I have no idea. I know Freddie Ljungberg's obviously coming in, which is good. I'm happy with that. Love Freddie. Yeah. And no homo, he's a good-looking lad, isn't he? Let's be real. Do you remember that little ad campaign he did in his boxer shorts and all that? Mate, that got all the women Arsenal fans on board. Yeah, but I honestly have no idea, mate. I really don't. I can't answer that. I've not got a Scooby. I hope that some of the ex-players get a chance. I mean, it'd be nice if we could get a few of them back in there, like Tony Adams. Get him as defensive coach. So I don't know, man. I honestly can't answer that question. It's a great question, by the way.
Yeah, really good question. Not surprised. All right, so that's it from us. We're out of here. Lee, plug your channel one more time, man. It's new. It needs that promotion.
Yeah, not that you'll be able to find it though.
Well, right, you know what? They're also both of our Twitters are in the description below right now. So go and click on either one of our Twitters. You'll see Lee's channel. You'll be able to subscribe from there.
Go to my Twitter, LeeGunner82. Go to my Insta. My Insta's doing all right at the minute. So yeah, go to that. That's LeeGunner82. Mm-hmm. And then my channel, my new channel. So forget the old one. If you're subscribed to it, you might as well unsubscribe because there's never going to be another video posted on it. Unless you just want to keep watching all the old ones again, that'd be cool. I must admit, I still watch that Wenger out rant every now and again myself because it's fucking hilarious. Some of the shit, poncing around with midgets was one of my famous lines. Yeah. and Danny Welbeck couldn't finish a wank.
The Bellerin one is the one I still watch.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Danny Welbeck couldn't finish a wank was fucking a good quote. But yeah. So
Zoolander's still your best one, man. Don't even try it. I use that one myself.
Mate, he looks like that fucking Dua Lipa. Yeah, he does, mate. Every time I look at that bird, I see Hector Bellerin. Right, mate. Seriously, I feel sorry for her boyfriend if she's got one, mate. But yeah, the new channel is called GunnerVlogs. GunnerVlogs, all one word. You probably won't be able to find it, but I'm sure you'll be kind enough to put a link in the description, Chris.
Of course, I'll even go one step further. I put Gunner Bang in the title, but that was before I knew all this story. So. If you're watching this live, I'm going to change the title to his actual video channel, so no one's ever confused. You know exactly what it is. You can go straight to his channel and subscribe there. And also, while you're in the subscribing me, make sure you hit that subscribe button, crush that like button, because that always helps me get along my way. And I appreciate it. Absolutely drop kick the shit out of that like button. I appreciate it every time you guys do that. All right, people, we're out of here, man. Go and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday night. We'll leave you in peace. And Lee, take us out.
Unai Emery in.
There you go. And we didn't even rehearse that, but I knew you was going to say that. All right. Take care. Peace.